I'm getting it in, guys. But I wanted to come on. Sorry for all the noise. I am actually in a parking lot of the mall. So you're going to hear a whole lot of commotion going on. It's Friday. Everybody's getting it in early. But I wanted to pause for 2 seconds because as I was charging, coming into the mall, I noticed that there was this little old man. He was sitting on the side of the road eating off the sidewalk. So there was a person ahead of me. Aloha, Jared. I just was sharing a story that happened today in regards to, hi, Sister Sashaya, how are you? Just chilling today as I pause for a few seconds because I just wanted to come over and share with you guys something that just happened to me that just blew my mind, as I'm gearing up to get a little bit of gig work going on. I've noticed on the way to the mall that there was this guy on the sidewalk, a little old man, and he was eating off the sidewalk, all plus feeding the birds, right? And I was just watching, and I saw a guy went up to him and handed him some money. And my heart just felt like, oh my gosh, that could have been my grandfather. So I dug up in my little compartment. Mind you, I just started to work, like, probably an hour in. So my little tips, it's not a whole lot, right? So I said, well, I'm going to see what I could dig out of my little compartment. So I dug out my little compartment, what I had in a little change, and I followed suit at the gas station where the guy was on the side of the mall, and handed him some money as well. Well, mind you, it was coming from a good place from my end because I always buy food for the homeless, and I'll make sure that the homeless is taken care of. I normally don't give them money. I'll just go up to them and just buy their food and give them the receipt so they can go collect it inside of either whichever restaurant that I'm at. Well, he was basically sitting down. I handed him the $2, and the other guy gave him, I think, about 5. Well, I only had 2 on me. And then he came up and he was like, as I'm going in the door, he's like, excuse me, ma'am. He said, thank you so much. He said, come here. So I'm like, I'm not going close to you. I don't know you like that. But at the same time, gracefully, I'm like, no, thank you. I say, is there anything I can help you with? He said, yeah. He said, can you go inside and buy me a cigarette? Now, mind you, I just gave you the last couple dollars that I had left on this beautiful Friday morning from the bottom of my heart, and you're going to grab money, and I normally don't give money, by the way, and you're going to ask me to go inside because you don't have an ID to buy you cigarettes? Well, first of all, no, sir. So I looked at him. I said, no, sir, I'm not buying you no cigarette. I said, I just took my little coins that I had left, and I said, I gave to you, and the guy ahead of me gave you a really nice little chump change, and you're going to ask for cigarette? Excuse me? I was like, no. So I declined, and he was like, I'm sorry, I understand. He said, but I would really love for you to go ahead and get me cigarette. I said, no, sir, it's against my religion, first of all. I said, to go and dip my hand in evil doings by giving you a cigarette. So I said, no, I'm not buying you no cigarette, sir. I said, and if you don't have ID to go inside and get your own and finish, sabotage yourself, then I'm sorry that you find somebody else, but I ain't doing it. And I had 2 seconds of thought, like, I gave you my last, and here you are telling me to go and use it for something that's no good for you, which is cigarettes. Now, if you smoke, kudos to you, but in the long run, trust me, that's not it. Okay, you can cause a whole bunch of lung cancer and a whole bunch of stuff and hurt other people around you too as you do it. So that was how my morning start today, guys. Good morning to you. If you're just coming into Life with Paulette, just go ahead and hit that subscription button. If you're not part of this team, go ahead and like and basically just join in. I'm just having a little chit chat talk today in regards to how my day going, as I am here at the mall about to charge my car. And since I got to do my little charging, I just want to just hang out with you guys for 2 seconds, see what you all have plans for today. Hey, Georgina, welcome. Oh, you're hanging. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in. Yes, hanging. Let's see what Georgina is saying. Hi, Garrett, Sashaya. Welcome in. If you're just coming in, please hit the like button. Come on in. We're going to talk a little bit about the gig because I want to update you on the gig economy as well. I know a few days ago, well, not a few days, but a few weeks ago, I talked about how the accessories that you guys can get for my new beginners. I also talked about, all the different steps that you will have to take in order to complete your registrations and how long it would take. And since it's been a few weeks that went by, now I'm coming in now today for a few minutes before I start work again, just to see, hey, did any one of you register on any of the gig economy? How's it working for you guys? Did you make any money yet? Are you scared to just hit that start button? What's your scenario at this point in time? Just share with me for 2 seconds, because like I say, it's work day. It's aloha over here, and we be working from early. But I just wanted to come on just to chit chat and let you all know about my scenario first thing in the morning. My last couple dollars that I had to turn around and give it to somebody that wanted me to buy cigarettes. Now that was against my whole moral. I was like, I'm thinking you're gonna get a coffee, or you're gonna go into McDonald's and grab a sandwich or something. You're gonna look at me like, can you get me cigarettes? No, I ain't getting you no cigarettes. Okay, get up from there, clean up yourself, and go get a job so you could be some type of help to yourself, sir. Okay, long story short, that was the beginning of my morning. And then I said, I'm going to come on. So tell me, guys, did you guys register? Did you not register on the gig economy? Which one do you want to try out? Do you prefer DoorDash? Do you prefer, Walmart Spark, Amazon? You prefer Grubhub? Do you prefer Rudy? It's Rody. What gig app did you register on, if you have registered on any yet? Okay, let me go into chats to see. Hi, hang out with my girls. How are you? Welcome in, guys. If you're just coming in, it's just a little normal chit chat before I start in the next couple minutes. I wanted to just come on and say hello to you guys. Hello, Brother Jonah. How are you today? If you are just coming in, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. This is going to be a nice little sweet little short live because the morning here has just gotten started and it's a little bit slow. Hi, SMSO Mags. Hello to you. Welcome in. If you're just coming in, hit that like button. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I'll suggest you go and do. I post Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sunday, and in between the other days, I will come on here and just hit a live or share something with you guys. So I think you're gonna have fun here with Life with Paulette. But today, as I mentioned to you guys, I'm just following up on you guys that registered already on the gig economy. If you had any questions or any concerns, you can leave your comments, or you can ask me right now anything in regards to the gig economy, especially if you are new to the gig. Okay, how do you make extra money on the side? I'm open book. Remember, it's Friday, so we're going to talk about some shmoney, and I definitely would love to have a conversation with you guys to see where you're at, to teach you or share with you how it is that I go about accepting an order. I know for the new beginners, sometimes you get all excited. I normally, like I mentioned on the last live that we did for the gig economy, that I will go ahead and make sure that my miles is costing me like $1.30, $1.50, maybe $2 if you can get it per mile. That's definitely going to put some extra money in your pocket. Don't get settled with just one app. I'll advise you guys to go ahead and just register on all the apps. Some of the apps is going to accept you. If you have any background, anything to do with the law, what's going to happen is, what do you think about tipping from customers? Um, Great question, Jonathan. So for me, tipping, where I'm at, I do my work in Hawaii. So sometimes you get good tips, and sometimes tips can just be like, whew, my Lord. Some folks like to throttle their tips. For those that don't understand what that is, because you're new, that means they will put you a nice little chump change tip at the beginning. And by the time you drop their food off, you're thinking, oh my God, I'm getting, for 3 miles, I'm getting $20. And that's, they'll take it back from you. So you get a lot of pros and cons with customers, especially when it comes to the tips. I prefer when I'm, so let me tell you, Jonathan, I like Walmart Spark, but on Walmart Spark's tipping, I normally 99% of the time receive whatever that customer says. Maybe I'm just lucky, okay? So when I do Walmart Sparks, I will receive like 90 to 99% of whatever tip that customer says. They don't do a lot of throttling. Now on Instacart, I've never done Instacart, but I heard a lot of horror story where they'll turn around and throttle your tips, and basically you end up losing. Some folks will definitely give you better tips than others, and it also depends on your area that you are serving in. If you're serving in it, like I say, all depending on the people as well, because some folks in certain areas that's not as, I would say, high end, sometimes they're the cheapest ones. Sometimes you go into the less fortunate areas and they give you the best tips ever. So you never know who you're going to deal with. So tips is out of our control. All you can do as a server in the gig economy is you be the best you that you can be, and give everybody a fair chance of your kindness. So you be nice to everybody. Sometimes you get good tips by being just kind, and sometimes your kindness is fall short because that other person do not acknowledge your efforts. Okay, so just be you. All you can control is you. Your tip is going to be based upon you. Sometimes it works and sometimes you fall short, but you know what, just continue to do what you do, and after every 10 deliveries, you're going to have one, maybe two, that's going to be you're going to shake your heads. Okay, so that my advice in regards to tip: don't sweat the small stuff. You have no control over tips. But in apps that I've worked, so if I don't resent that, sometimes, oh, you're talking about the driver perspective. I was talking about the server perspective. Okay, so actually, Jonathan, and I'm going to be honest with you, if you order food for anybody and they're bringing your food, me personally, I would prefer to give a nice little tip, because I want them to have more care with my food. Now, I treat everybody across the board the same, but not everybody is the same. You may get your food tossed sometime if you don't have a tip in there, but there are immature people. I will advise you to give a tip. Sometimes people don't have tips and I will still deliver their food, like if they give me a big tip or not, because I really not worried about you. I'm making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a server. So I'll advise people, like, if you order food, it is a luxury service. So try and do the best you can with your tips. And I understand sometimes you don't have the money or you just have enough, but hey, we have to go through traffic. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do. So give your tip. If you get an order from a McDonald's, I think, a little $4 to $5, maybe $2, anything will work. I think give a tip. It's not hurting you. Otherwise, drive to McDonald's yourself and pick up your own food. It's less stress, less drama, and your food will come in a better condition than if you just mess with some of those drivers out there. They can be very ruthless. Now, for me, I really don't worry about the tip. I just go and do my work. Hello, Brother Jonah. Peace and blessings. Did you register on any new apps, Brother Jonah? Did you try it out? I told you don't get defeated now with just one app registration. Go ahead and do a lot. Okay, fair enough. You make some good points. I leave a tip from the yes, Jonathan. I'll advise you from both perspective that if you give a little bit more in your tip to some drivers, you'll get your food in a more better condition and they'll make sure it's warm for you. And I'm glad that whatever tip I give you that it was worth it. Just eat off the meat and leave the bones, which you don't need. But I just hope that you're giving tips. Please, from now on, Jonathan, if you are ordering your food, especially from DoorDash, you make sure you add in a little tip there. I'm gonna have to pull up and then see if you all give good tips in your area. But Hawaii does do nice tips sometimes. For new drivers, I feel like they save the big tips for the new driver because they want to entice you on doing their service and doing the work, and it makes you feel like, oh my god, my first month I made this amount. But as an old veteran, I just want you all to know, when you start out in your gig economy, the first probably week to 4 weeks, you're going to be getting all the high-end job services, and after that you're just gonna you'll be picking up any old thing. They'll just hand you anything. You have to be able to sort through what makes sense for you and what's going to work for you and your family when it comes to the finances. Okay, so I don't pick up no $2.50 order. I'm not doing it. I will take a order that's 2 miles, maybe a $4.50 one order per day, because I think about that one person that that's maybe a handicapper, maybe in a bad situation that they can't get to eat something, and I always will serve. Hello, Sister Nicole. I feel like serving somebody, that's a good vibe for me by giving back. So maybe out of 10 deliveries, I'll take a lowball deliveries, because I think about that one grandma or grandpa that or somebody that just how a whole bunch of kids and they can't get to the area and they don't have the extra money and they need to feed their family or their kids, or grandma need that hamburger but don't have tip. I would take one low ball for that one person that I can bless. So I do take low balls. Sometimes I'll take one, but you ain't gonna send me no 10 low ball order. I will turn you off in 2 seconds. Like, nuh-uh, it's too many other apps I can be on, you see. So at the end of the day, that's my gift back to people. And sometimes it works miracles, and sometimes people, you may not have a tip on the app, and when they see you deliver their food, you will get your tip in cash sometimes. But it's always a blessings to be a blessing to somebody else. All righty, let's see what my sister Nicole. Okay, Brother Jonah said no at the time. I'm doing all right, sister. Okay, perfect. Awesome, Brother Jonah. Jonah, greetings, brother. Sister Nicole, girl, Paulette, doing what you do. I've been done passed out. I wouldn't last an hour out there. I know it's not for everybody. Let me tell you, in life, whatever you do, you have to have a purpose and why. I do what I do. I know why I'm doing what I do, not because I just have to do it. I'm doing it because I have a plan that I have in place already. I haven't shared it totally with you guys yet, but in due time I will. So when your why is big enough, the facts don't count, Sister Nicole. So for me, what I'm doing is like, I have a smile on my face because I know why I'm doing it. Okay, so everything, doing it just to do it, you got to do this type of work, you got to do this type of work, and you got to close your eyes to all the crazies, because you do get crazies. I was mentioning earlier in the video that I got a few dollars tip, and then all of a sudden the guy basically, I handed it over to him. He was on the sidewalk eating and feeding the birds. I hand him my little tip that I got. Girl, guess what, Sister Nicole? The guy, then the little old man that called me, he said, come here. I said, no, I'm not coming close to you. I said, I'm fine over here. I said, how can I help you? He said, can you go inside of the store and buy me cigarettes? I wanted to pass out. Like, what? My hard-earned money that I'm saving, you're gonna take it to want to buy cigarettes? I said, no, sir, I ain't buying you no cigarettes. I said, I thought you wanted to get a coffee or something, or a sandwich. He wanted me to go buy a cigarette, and when he saw my face was like, I give him that straight, no smile face, and I did my eye like this, and I was like, no, sir, I would not be buying you no cigarette. It's against my religion. I said, and I don't do that kind of stuff, and you shouldn't be smoking either. And he looked at me, he's like, "Oh, okay, no worries, man, no worries, thank you, I'm sorry. He apologized right away because I weren't smiling with him. You're gonna take my hard-earned money to buy cigarettes? You know what? The poor will be with you always. It's a thought process. If that's how you're gonna take your money, instead of buying food, sitting on the side of the road, instead of you getting food for yourself, you're gonna turn around and want to buy cigarettes? Nah. And I normally don't give people cash, especially those kind of people. I prefer to just buy the food or a drink, or ask them what they would like. And if I'm in an area that have the fast food, I'll buy it and give them the receipt so they could pick it up. But it just so happened the guy prior to me was, you know, he gave them money from the bottom of his heart, and I felt the good gesture, right? So I dug up in my little, I was digging out my coins, my dollar. I handed it to him. He gonna tell me to go buy him cigarette. I was like, no, you did. Now I know you lying. Nope, never. Nope. So yeah, that was my encounter this morning. I said I gotta go live so I can share this, because you can't make this stuff up, guys. This stuff you can't make up. And then since I'm in my little gig work, little outfit, I said, let me just come on in and just let you guys know that, hey guys, things happen. A whole lot of stuff you will encounter and witness in the gig economy that you would just shake your head like, wow. Okay, let me see, Sister. Is there AC in Hawaii? Wow, Sister Nicole, is that a joke? Like, yes, there's AC in Hawaii, but on good days you don't even need it, because they have good breeze sometimes. But most of the time, like right now, do you see me glycerin, sister? You see the glycerin on me right now? It's because the windows are down, and I know for sure when I gotta get to work in the next couple minutes, I need to turn on AC in the car, otherwise I will just disintegrate. Okay. Oh no cigarettes, no strengthening the hands of the wicked, I say. You're right, that's what I said. I was like, no, why would I be turning around giving you something to kill yourself? I am not a killer, no sir. So I didn't give it to him. It's a joke. Your skin, sis, glowing. No, it's hot, sis. It's very hot over here. That's why I'm glistening. I'm right now under the palm trees, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And if I turn on the AC, what happens is you all be hearing all that sound, and I'm like, oh gosh, I need to get it together. I probably need a whole setup right now with all my mics and stuff. So that's why I'm glycering, and I am glowing, because I'm hot. It's hot over here, guys. It's very hot. See, on days like this, I miss the mainland snow, because it's always cold and cool. Okay, that's the only disadvantage with Hawaii. It can get a lot out of hand sometimes, but most of the time, good weather, and especially if you're hitting the beaches. I'm so glad it's not hot up here, and I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Some days I just want to, like, man, maybe I need to go back to Illinois, because it's cool some days, and when it's hot. Don't get me wrong. When it's hot any part that you go. However, though, some places can be more mellow cool than others. Okay, don't go to Arizona if you're looking for coolness. I could tell you, my friend, she's like, I want to come back to Hawaii. I'm like, well, it's hot now. She said, not hotter than Arizona. I'm like, well, I'll take Hawaii any day then. No. But yes, child, that's about it. What I'm talking about today was more about asking questions in regards to the people, like a follow-up questions for the gig economy, the ones that already register. Are they going to try it? What is keeping you back from trying it out? I know a lot of questions is probably, do you need to do the gig economy? Like, and you'll be like, oh, well, it's not, I don't need it, or, financially you're good. Financially, I'm good, but I'm doing it. You know why? Because it's a great custom habit to always be productive on a daily basis and not stagnant. So for me, you know, this girl got some dreams. I got some goals, you know, and I do what I do with a purpose every day. Every day. Okay? But yes, Illinois is cooler, though Arizona is on hell. Girl, you got that right. You know, I'm so glad it's not hot up here in Washington. Yeah, Arizona is hot. I don't know. I don't know. It's like they're next to the sun. It's like the sun is in their backyard, you know? It's too funny. But yes, guys, I just wanted to come on real quick before I get started my morning. And, you know, it's so much right now that people need my service. So I'm going to end this live in 2 seconds unless somebody have any questions. On Sunday, I will work on coming on live again so that way somebody told me that I need to do lives more than 2 to 3 times a week so that way oh, you're so awesome, Sister Nicole. And you too. I love when you're on here, making sure all the questions keep spicy. See? You know, but I was mentioning, they mentioned to me that I need to come on live more so that I can, you know, increase some watch time thing. I don't know nothing about all this stuff. I just do what I do because I enjoy it, okay? Nothing, I ain't trying to make no killing off anything because it is what it is. But, you know, YouTube is definitely a nice little way to sit back, relax, and enjoy what you do and share it at the same time. So that's what I do. So if you are going to be joining into or subscribing to my channels, definitely you're going to be encouraged over here, inspired. You're going to be edified, uplifted, you know, because that's what we're supposed to do. Make sure when you leave here, you're going to go and register on your gig work. If we are talking about gig, if we're talking about, you know, the juicing lifestyle, if we're talking about just chopping it up about life, you know, whichever topic that we hit on this side, we're talking about the hair, if we're talking about skincare, if we're talking about anything to do on life with Paulette, we're going to share, we're going to inspire you because you can do it too. All righty. Okay. Oh, most definitely come on live more, and I will make the views and subscribers come up. Oh, you're so cool. Thank you. Yeah, they told me I need to learn how to do the lives more and come on, but you know, it's hard to get all that routine. I'm adding it into my schedule a little bit more than what I used to do because I would just do like my pre-recordings and it was easier for me, but you know, sometimes you just got to come out of that comfort zone and just push yourself through it. So that's what I'm going to do. I will work on coming on live a little bit better so that way I can share and inspire and encourage everybody to go out there and just, you know, make it a habit. The gig work is a habit. And you go out there and nobody's running from extra money, okay? Hi, Sister Toylins. At work, but we'll watch. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Sister Tolene. It's always a pleasure. Today we were just laid back chilling in Aloha Friday. Before I start again, I just charged my car. I spoke. When you re-listen, you will hear my quick little story. I had to come on here and just gripe a little bit, you know, with my little homeless guy that I encountered with today. And then I just wanted to make sure that the people that register on any one of the gig app, if they had any extra questions or concerns and what is stopping them from pursuing, you know, hitting that start button. That's all. Just wanted to come on and just relax, you know. Nothing is over here we chill, okay? We don't take nothing personal. We gonna laugh about it, you know, and we gonna keep it moving. That's it. But thank all of you guys for chiming in, guys. If you are just coming in, go ahead and hit that like button before you leave. If you are not part of Life with Paulette, you know, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell. Hit all, please, all. So that way anything that's posted, you guys will get a chance. I normally come on here on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. But in between, I'll come on every other day. In between sometimes just to catch up with you guys and, you know, just to sit back and chill for 2 seconds. And that's what I'm doing before work starts again. So I I took off of work just to come on and share some little nuggets with you guys today. That's all. And now I'm going back to work. And you guys, if you all working, you all make sure you're paying attention, okay? You make sure you're paying attention. If you all have any questions in regards to the gig economy, if you are already registered and you have more questions in regards to that portion, please let me know. Just comment in the box below and I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions and concerns. But I definitely recommend, sometimes you do something out of practice and habit, and my work ethic is like through the roof. So sitting down and just enjoying what I already built is not it for me. I think that, until death do we part, we have to continue doing something and being active. Make our day worth it, okay? Not just get up and just to get up, have a purpose, please, okay? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys on another day. I love you guys. I see you all on Sunday. You already know. I don't know what topic I'm going to talk about, but it's going to be something short and spicy as always. And if you all have questions there in regards to what we talk about today, please come on over on Sunday and visit. And that way you may get a little nugget here and there that I share, and you may either take it or leave it, but I'm gonna share it anyway because I love you. We inspire, we encourage, and we make sure that everybody believe in themselves, right? Okay, I love you guys. Deuces. Thank you all. Oh, by the way, thank you all my moderators. Thank you, Sister Nicole. But Sister Paulette, she have one more question. Let me read Sister Nicole question. If I have any questions, I know how to. Yes, you do. You know how to reach me. The next one was Sister Paulette. If you're just joining to sit in the sun, and Chris put on the sun. Sister Nicole. I know, right? Let me go and turn on my AC because I'm glistering. Look at me. Sweating in the back of this car. Yeah, I'm under a palm tree though. But thank you for being so considerate, Sister Nicole. Thank you. And yes, I am definitely sitting in the sun and crisp. Definitely crispy. I'm telling you. But anyway, love you guys. Deuces. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye. Oh, Sister Nicole is one and only. I love her.